Hey traders, I want to talk to you about the one market. In today's video, I want to talk to you about the one market that is going absolutely bonkers. And it's a market that I've actually talked about in the past, but I haven't really touched on it much. But I believe it's one of the biggest movers out there. I talk about some positions I got as well too. And also I'm going to talk to you about the slingshot pattern as well too. A lot of you guys, I know a lot of you guys are interested in the slingshot pattern as well too, about what's happening in the mining sector, but I want to share with you some things. Anyway, let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video, because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, let's get straight into it. Traders, I am about to take down, for the last few days, I've been running that $7 sale to the trading course. So I'm about to take it down. So I'm not sure by the time you see this video, if you go over to the page, if you go to johnsflashsale.com or the link in the description that says sorry sold out, then you won't be able to get it. But just for $7, guys, I'm actually giving it away. Basically, yeah, $7 you can get access to that trading course. So go get access to that right now, guys. And I guarantee you're gonna absolutely love it. If you don't like it, then hey, you can always ask for a refund. I'm happy to refund you, and you can keep the course as a thank you gift for trying it out anyway. That's how confident I am, and you're gonna love it. So just a quick little update, guys, and then I'm going to get into that one market that is absolutely just going, the one market that is moving, and a lot more to come, I do see. Firstly, when it comes to the stock market, well, the S&P 500, we're still hovering around this short-term resistance line. We're seeing how this resistance all through here, right? Rejecting. And if I zoom in a little bit more, actually, let's just do this here. All right, so you can see basically where we're at right now, right? We're just really rejecting at that level. There we go through there, right? You can see how we're just hovering around. We had this lower low. Is this going to be a lower high, or is it going to be just a pause before we see another move to the upside? It's going to be really interesting to see through here, guys, on the S&P 500. Same for the Dow Jones as well too. The Dow Jones actually had not actually a very strong up bar today. It had a bit of a weak movement. But I definitely would say that the momentum for this is probably somewhere through there. So we want to see the Dow Jones get above that trend line for it to be some sort of a significant level in the markets through there. So we definitely want to see the Dow Jones break above there. If we get that, then we're probably set and sail. Same thing for the good old Nasdaq. You can see the Nasdaq has definitely been hovering around this sort of long-term, this downward momentum line. You can see bouncing, and then bouncing through there as well. And then now you can see the market has actually continued up from here. Now, what we want to see is the market continue up on the Nasdaq through. It's going to be really interesting to see how this sort of plans out. Either way, guys, doesn't matter what happens over the next week. I see a 17,000 print up here. I see a 17,000 print by the end of this year. I've been saying that for the last few months, and I'm going to stick with it. I see that coming, and I see the S&P 500 is probably likely to make at least a 5,000 print, by the end of this year. So I believe we're getting ready for one crazy bullish fourth quarter in the markets. Okay, so that's what I'm seeing through there, guys. Really interesting through there. Not really much to talk about when it comes to the mining sector, guys. Just the mining sector is really just sort of pulling to the downside. We're not getting any really end of trend indicators or anything like that. So nothing's really going on. Nothing really has changed. The only thing that's really you want to keep an eye for, and I've been saying this, guys, ever since this market ever since we started to get this here. All right, if you've been watching me for quite some time, you would know that I've been actually pretty bearish on the mining sector. Let me actually bring this over here for a minute, and you can see, check out this here, right? So I did a video 2 weeks ago. If people have been following me, right, I did a video 2 weeks ago on the mining sector right here. Check this, see this video right here? Look at this here. I said 2 weeks ago, alert, pullback coming, gold, silver, mining stocks. And this is where we were obviously 2 weeks ago. And you know what's happened, ever since that's actually happened through there. We can see, so let me just bring this over here. So you can see for the last 2 weeks, guys, 2 weeks ago, I was saying that we're probably getting a drop down. And that's exactly what's happened ever since I did that video. So analysis is absolutely spot on, especially when I saw we had a pullback but then we had a breaking of this low through here. See that breaking the low right there? So as soon as we actually broke out of this upward momentum and then we actually broke to the downside, I knew that we're probably game on for the bear market. So here's the interesting thing about silver, guys. Silver's actually looking pretty weak right now. We're definitely coming down. We're definitely developing a little bit of time phase through here. Some of you guys probably say, what did you just say? Basically sideways phase, right? I call it an energy building phase. So the market's dropped down and now we're just going sideways. We're probably likely to continue breaking down from here, and then we're probably likely to go for a nice run from there. The next major support level is indeed around this level through here. So silver could be setting up quite nicely, guys, for a really nice trade coming real soon in the market. So it'll be really good to get just a little bit more sideways phase and then a breakdown bar. And that's probably going to be a trade that I'm going to take myself on a short side, right? I'm going to bear that crap. I'm going to trade the bear, right? The trade is your friend until the end, right? And then that's what we got through here. So I really want to talk. I also want to talk to you about, guys, the one market that is absolutely just going nuts lately, and that is the oil market. I've actually been long the oil market, or one particular oil stock, because of what? The slingshot pattern. If you guys have been watching me lately, I've had a few people say, people say like, oh, John, the slingshot pattern doesn't work. The idea of the slingshot pattern, it's a lower probability setup because you're trading against the trend, but you can get out with small losses and big wins. Let me explain what I'm saying here, right? So, and this is something that I think some of you guys just don't understand, right? Because I got into a trade, excuse me. I got into a trade on the SIL right here, all right? So I got in here. I said, you know what, guys, this is probably going to be some sort of a slingshot pattern. It's probably going to have 70% probability to move up, and then there's a 30% probability we're going to move down. As soon as we went up through there, then we started to pull back through there. I knew that I wanted to be out, so I got out. So let's actually talk numbers here for a minute, okay? If we talk about like numbers as a position size, this one here was a down around about, I think it was about 10% loss on my trade. Around about 10%. Actually, no, it was actually less than that. But it was around about, say, 10% loss on my position size. Think about this for a minute, okay? So I lost 10% here. Oh my goodness, John, the slingshot pattern doesn't work, right? The slingshot pattern really is, guys, it's like the bear trap, the end of trend, right? When we get a support, and we break down and it comes back up, there's a good probability we're going to continue it from there. And if it doesn't, we get down there and we get out for a small loss. You guys saw me take this small loss, okay? But what I mentioned this actually when I got into this trade, but here is Oxy, which is obviously what? An oil stock. And look at Oxy doing the exact same thing to this day, right? I got into Oxy, and I even talked about Oxy at this time, right? So you can see how we got a big move down. Remember I said before, right? Support, and then break down and come back up. Guess what? I went long there. And so if you talk about the two trades, this one here is, guess what? Close to 100% return. And the other one lost 10%. So, do you see what I'm saying there, guys? And this, I believe Oxy has a lot more ways to go, making now higher lows and continue up. I have a at least a $40, possibly even a $50 target by the end of this year. This is a long-term trade for me this year. But I got in based on this bear trap, basically like the changing of the movement, which is like a V bottom, right? Straight down and straight up like a V bottom. Plus also breaking below support. It's like a bit of a bear trap. And now we're starting the upward trend. So some of you guys have been watching the slingshot pattern. You guys understand, like, it's a probability game, right? I don't know which one's going to work. I got into SIL and I had a 10% loss. I got the exact same thing on Oxy and now I'm at 100% profit. And probably by the end of this trade, this one's probably going to be a 400-500% return by the time I get out of this thing. And that's the way that it's looking right now. But even if I got out right now, one trade I got out at 10% loss, the other one 100% return. So I hope you guys can see what's going on there and the way that you should be looking at your positions, right? You always want to be trying to do whatever you can to try to keep your profits by being patient within positions, but you've got to be quick to get out fast with small losses. That's the name of the game, right? If you get into the trade and you know the trade's not working out like this one here did, I got in here, it ran up and then it pulled back. I knew that it wasn't working out, right? It was one of those losses in the win-loss ratio. So I needed to exit that position fast. Please, guys, throw your ego out the window. You're going to have some losses. Stop trying to be right every single time. This is the time I was, you know what? I got it wrong, and therefore I need to be out. Then guess what? Roughly at the exact same time I saw this here, which is back in the middle of August, I also saw, once again, the exact same time I got into roughly silver, I also saw Oxy. You can see Oxy did the exact same thing, right? Which is, again, an oil stock. You can see here, just oil and gas has just gone crazy today. But a big move down and then a big move up. So roughly around the same time, roughly around this time here is when I got into Oxy based on the Slingshot move, got back up there. I got into SIL, lost 10%. This one here's the 10%. And guess what? I let my profits run, right? So SIL wasn't working out fast, small loss. Oxy's working for me. I'm holding on. There's no need for me to get out of this one here because it's just doing what? Higher, low, higher, low, higher, low. And now we're having a very nice break up. I'm expecting at least to move back up towards a resistance hit. Then it may pause for a bit. But I see a 40, maybe even a $50 move or $50 target by the end of this year. See, guys, you hold on to your winners and be patient and let the market do its thing. But you get out of your losses fast, right? That's the whole name of the game to trading, is that if you're in positions, guys, you're going to have losses. And if you can just, even if you're 50-50 right, which I don't want you to be, right? You should be better than that. But even if I'm 50-50 right on this type of setup and I'm making 10 and 20% losses, but then I'm picking up, 2, 3, 400% return. Like I'm at 100% return right now, and I'm not even at my first target, which is up here, and $40, $50, which is my second target. So I hope you guys can see what I'm talking about here. You guys can do really well, but just throw your ego out the window. You don't need to put your ego into this market. So anyway, guys, once again, if you'd like to learn the foundations, some really good, amazing chart reading strategies, some good trading systems, some breakout systems and some things that I like to use, maybe some mindset things you're having problems with, or, you may be just going through a period where you're losing a lot of money right now and you don't know why. The first couple of videos in the trading course is going to be for you. Once again, guys, $7 only. Well, I hope it's still available anyway. And I believe so much in this course that, one, I'm doing it at a massive discount just to help you guys out. And then secondly, if you don't believe it's worth it, you can keep the course and I'll send you $7 back as a way of saying thank you for trying out. So guys, link in the description. That's actually going to be ending real soon. And I'll speak to you in the next video.